Okay, so hi everybody, welcome to our workshop. And it's a workshop on dealing with stress. So like our emojis, we're showing stress and then we want you to get to this kind of relieved, like Zen state. Okay, so I'm Christy and then Jenny, we will be your, what's the word I'm looking for? Hosts for this workshop. So has anybody been dealing with anything stressful lately? Anybody want to share?
I'll share. I'm in the middle of my final right now. It's quite intense for me because it's 12 pages long that I have to write.
Yes, papers can be very stressful. Anybody else have an example?
Hey, Christy, it's Kelly E. Just kind of been stressing out with a lot of the emails and, trying to read what's important and figure out how to filter a lot of that information. And it's definitely very stressful to have to remember everything.
So overwhelming amounts of emails. That's another stressful. Okay, so we're going to be talking about stress, and then we can go to the next slide. And then, okay, Jenny.
So today's workshop includes different ways to deal with stress. We're going to be doing some deep breathing exercises, and then at the end, we're going to do some guided imagery. Next slide, please. Okay, so when it comes to stress, everyone experiences stress. It's normal part of our life. You can feel stress in your body when you have too much to do or when you haven't slept well. Stress may also occur when you worry about things such as your job, money, or relationships, and school even. And then again, stress is inevitable and everyone deals with stress differently. If you are feeling overwhelmed, there are steps we can take to feel better. But please remember that overcoming stress takes time, determination, and persistence. It doesn't happen overnight. So here are some suggestions that we have when it comes to dealing with stress. But before we go on to our suggestions, do you guys have any suggestions, or do you guys want to share some things that you guys do to deal with your stress? Barbara, you want to share? How do you deal with stress?
Yes, I'll share. Thank you. Probably how I deal with stress is I have a big music library in my iTunes. And when I'm feeling stressed, I just bring up my iTunes library and just rock out. And that helps me deal with my stress a lot.
Oh, that's a wonderful example.
Anybody else?
Hey, Jenny, it's Kelly E. A lot of times I just need to take a break or think about something. So I just I know we're not supposed to go to parks or anything, but it does help to kind of get out and walk around the neighborhood a little bit, maybe feel the sun on your face. Getting stuck in the house all the time is just, can be too depressing.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Okay. Christy, you want to share yours? How you deal with stress?
I watch movies with my grandmama. Or play a game that takes my mind off everything. Or pet the animals. My babies. Cats, sorry.
You. All right, so now we can go on to the next slide. Thank you all for sharing. So these are just some tips and suggestions. The first one is to identify the sources of stress in your life. Though it may be easy to point out that your stress is due to not having money or you're just overwhelmed with schoolwork, pinpointing the actual source of your stress may be more complicated because it is easy for us to overlook how Your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors contribute to your everyday stress levels. For example, if you're constantly worried and stressed about deadlines, perhaps it's because you procrastinated rather than what your actual job demands, that is causing the stress. So think of these questions when you're trying to determine your sources of stress. Do you explain away stress as temporary, even though you can't remember the last time you took a breather, such as saying, I just have a million things going on right now? Or do you define stress as an integral part of your work or home life as part of your personality? For example, you might say, I have a lot of nervous energy. That's all. I'm just nervous, instead of recognizing that you're stressed. Do you blame your stress on other people or outside events, or view it as entirely normal or unexceptional? So when handling such predictable stressors, you can either change the situation or change your reaction. When deciding which option to choose in any given scenario, it is helpful to think of the 4 A's, which is avoid, alter, adapt, or accept. Can we go on to the next slide, Kaylee? Okay, so avoid unnecessary stress. It is not healthy to avoid stressful situations that needs to be addressed, but when you really think about it, what's causing your stress, you may be surprised by the number of stressors in your life that you can eliminate. Some ways is to learn to say no. I personally have a hard time saying no, especially to the people I love, but it is important for you to know your limits and to make sure to stick to them. Avoid people who stress you out. If there is someone who is constantly causing stress in your life, maybe limit the amount of time you spend with that person or talk to them. You can also take control of the environment. For example, if you're going to the store, especially with what is going on right now, and that's causing you stress, maybe you can do some online shopping. Yeah. Next. The other thing is alter. If you can't avoid stressful situation, you can try to alter it. Often it involves changing the way you communicate and operate. For example, if something is bothering you, you make sure to express your feelings instead of bottling them up. Be assertive and communicate your concerns in an open and respectful way. Again, bottling up your emotions may cause resentment to build, and then your stress level will increase. And when you communicate your feelings, make sure to be willing to compromise also. It's a two-way communication. When you ask someone to change their behavior, be willing to do the same. And if you're feeling overwhelmed between work, school, and family life, be sure to create a balanced schedule. And then the next A is adapt. So if you can't change your stressor, you can adapt to it. Adapting to stressful situations and regaining your sense of control by changing your expectations and attitude is really important. You can reframe problems, look at the big picture, and then adjust your standards and perhaps practice gratitude. And the last A is accept. Some sources of stress are unavoidable. You can't prevent or stress stressors. In such cases, the best way to cope is to accept things as they are. Some things are just out of our control, and acceptance may be difficult, but in the long run, it may be easier than railing against a situation you can't really control or change. So again, don't try to control the uncontrollable. Look for the upside, be positive, learn to forgive, and most importantly, share your feelings. Again, communicating with your loved ones or the people that's causing stress is really important. Make sure to also talk to your friend, keep an open network with the people you trust, like your friend, family, coworker, or even a professional help, such as contacting a therapist. Or do we have any question on the last one? Right, next slide. These are some other ways for you to deal with stress, which is get moving. Kaylee did share earlier about taking his dog for a walk, going outside. So yeah, get moving is really important. When you're stressed, the last thing on your mind is basically getting up and exercising. But physical activity is a huge stress reliever. You can put on some music and dance around, like what Barbara said. She put on her music and just listen and blast it. And there's a lot of Zumba videos. So you can, put on music, go to YouTube, watch some Zumba videos and join them. Go for a walk in the park. Make sure to keep safe distance from everyone. The other thing is to connect to others. While we may not be able to be physically together during this pandemic, there are many ways for us to socially connect with one another. We can video call, talk on the phone. It's really helped to maintain a network of close friends. The other thing is to make time for fun and relaxation. It's really important to take care of yourself and to give yourself some me time. So make sure to set a time for you and to take care of yourself. Do something that you enjoy every day. Do yoga, meditate, practice deep breathing exercises. And in today's presentation, we're gonna do some deep breathing exercises. Just find ways to relax. And then the other thing is to manage your time better. So poor time management can cause a lot of stress. When you're stretched too thin or running behind, it's really hard to focus and to stay calm. So remember to not overcommit yourself. Again, know your own limits, prioritize, take break. Also break huge projects into small steps and then delegate responsibilities. The other thing is to maintain balance with a healthy lifestyle, which can increase your resistance to stress. So eat a healthy diet, reduce caffeine, sugar, get enough sleep. And the last thing is to learn how to relieve stress in the moment. So when you're frazzled or stressed in the moment, just take a deep breath. Yeah, any questions? So with that said, we're now gonna go into the breathing exercises. Next slide, please. Okay, Christy.
So this is one of my favorite breathe quotes that I used to look at when I was stressed out. So this one I like because it said, just breathe in, breathe out, and remember that moving forward means taking it one step at a time. Okay? So we're gonna do this breathing thing. Next slide, please. So we're gonna do this exercise. I'm gonna explain it once, and then we're gonna go through the breathing exercise about 3 times, okay? So you can do this exercise either sitting or lying down, and as long as you're in a comfortable position. Okay, so to start, you're going to put one hand on your belly and the other on your chest, okay? And then you're gonna take a deep breath, slow breath into your belly, counting to 4. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe in. Okay, and then we're gonna hold our breath for us to count to 7, and then we're gonna breathe out by counting to 8. So this is a 4, 7, 8 breathing exercise. Okay, so we're gonna start from the beginning and we're gonna do this 3 times. So we're gonna put one hand on the belly and one hand on your chest. Okay, and then you're gonna breathe in slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm sorry, and then you can breathe out to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're gonna breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this breathing exercise you can repeat as many times as you need to, usually between 3 and 7 times, or until you feel calm. Okay.
That's
Now that we've
amazing.
done
That
that,
worked. It worked really well. Like I feel the tingles. I feel more energized in my skin. You know, it feels good. That was great.
Hey, thank you for sharing. What about the others? How did you guys feel? Sarul?
Yeah, it works.
Awesome. Thank you.
okay.
Also, I think what's cool about this technique is I'm thinking on the concentration. I hear, you know, the counting. I'm not thinking about anything else. I think that was the amazing thing.
Yeah, I like it. It works. It works. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So on to the next slide. So here's just a couple more quotes about breathing that we found nice and relaxing. So just remember to breathe. It is, after all, the secret of life. Okay. And then just breathe. You are strong enough to handle your challenges, wise enough to find a solution to your problems, and capable enough to do whatever needs to be done. Okay. So our last exercise is guided imagery. It's a type of meditation. So what it's usually about is it helps you relax, and then it also can help with some pain. And it is used in the nursing field a lot, but it's also used by everyone. And you can find a lot of scripts online that will read it to you if you wanted to do this exercise on your own. So guided imagery, we kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about, and then you're going to just follow the directions, and you do this in a calm, quiet place. You can do this with the lights off. You can do it sitting or lying down. It's just whatever's your preference and wherever you're comfortable. Okay, so we're going to try this exercise. So we can go to the next slide. All right, so I'm going to read this, and then just relax and okay, I'm just gonna get started. Okay, so sit up straight in a comfortable chair, or if you wanna lie down, you can, with your feet on the floor. Okay, it is whatever is the more comfortable position for you. Okay, so I want you to slowly close your eyes or focus on one spot on the floor or the wall. Invite your body and your mind to begin to relax. Begin to focus on your breathing. Follow your breath as it comes into your body and goes out of your body. Take 2 slow, relaxed, deep breaths. Watch your breathing come in and then go out. Then return your breathing to normal rate, normal depth, and continue to watch your breath. Imagine that with each breath, you're breathing in comfort and relaxation. And with each breath out, you're breathing out any discomfort or worry. Now focus on your shoulders. Tighten those muscles by raising your shoulders up to your ears and count to 3. Relax. 1, 2, 3. Let your shoulders drop back down. Now I'll have you focus on your feet. Tighten the muscles by pushing your feet into the floor, and on the count of 3, relax. 1, 2, 3. Let any tension or discomfort flow out through the tips of your toes. I'll now have you imagining sitting outside in a comfortable chair. Imagine that it's a little before sunset. If you're facing in the direction of the setting sun. To begin, look out over the sky, starting with the sky above you. Gradually lowering your eyes to the horizon. Notice there are clouds in the sky, and if you see and hear any birds calling, notice the temperature of the air around you. Imagine a comfortable warmth. Notice the chair you're sitting in and how well it supports you. Now begin to notice the colors you see in the sky. As the sun is just starting to set, imagine seeing different shades of red in the sky. Begin to imagine that the discomfort in your body is reflected in the colors of the sky. Imagine seeing the red in the sky equal to the discomfort you feel in your body. If your level of discomfort is high, imagine bright red. If your level of discomfort is slightly less, imagine a softer red. As the sun begins to set, imagine seeing that red in the sky fade to softer red, and then orange. Notice this softer red and orange for a few moments. As the light slowly continues to fade, imagine the red hues lessening and slowly becoming softer orange. Imagine your body becoming more comfortable as the color fades in the sky. And slowly you start to see some pinks coming in the sky, in between the soft orange colors. Notice how beautiful the colors are, and let them become softer and softer hues. Notice the sun is just about a half circle now. As the sun continues to set, you might start to see some soft purple colors in the sky. Again, imagine your body becoming more and more comfortable, letting any discomfort fade just as the colors in the sky are fading. As you continue to sit comfortably, imagine the sky getting softer and slightly darker. Notice more purple coming into the sky, perhaps some soft gray as the sun continues to set. Continue to enjoy these colors for a few minutes. Notice the sky becoming grayer, slightly darker, then slightly darker again. Imagine your body continuing to be more relaxed and comfortable. Just like the shades in the sky, notice the sun is just about gone. Continuing sitting in your chair, enjoy the comfortable you've experienced. Pause here for several minutes or longer. You can invite your body and mind to continue to feel comfortable and relaxed, even as your attention turns elsewhere. Your mind continue to lessen any discomfort which your body no longer needs to feel. Continue to let any unneeded discomfort fade, just as the colors in the sunset have faded. Now, imagine getting up. To bring this exercise to a close, I'll count down from 10 to 0. And when I reach 0, you can slowly open your eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Continue to feel more comfortable and more relaxed. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly open your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out, and gently wiggle your fingers and toes and become readjusted to the room. So, thank you, everybody, for doing that with me. And that was guided imagery.
How did everybody feel?
I think I was about to fall asleep.
Then you've actually relaxed pretty well. Okay, so All right, so I think this is the end of our presentation. So does anybody have any questions? Is everybody sleeping?
Probably. Well, this is great, Christy. Thank you, and Christy and Jenny, for hosting us today on dealing with stress management. A lot of good things. Thank you guys for attending our workshop today. I definitely feel a lot more calmer. I think feel good. And tomorrow we have another workshop, same time, same place. We'll send you an RSVP. If you want the information, please contact us at tlcstaff@hawaii.edu. Mahalo, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.